One of my friends once said, I'll bet you can't make a song about vaginas. So I proved him wrong and created Vagina the musical. And then I thought, more is better. So I wrote a whole Vagina album, including Vaginalicious, Mr. Pussy Licker, Bang Bang Vagina, Pussy on Ice, Drygina, Vagina Rock, Bad Vagina Land, and now I regretfully submit for 2016 what may be my last ever Vagina song. It's probably the shortest, it's definitely the driest. I call it Drygina. If you have a problem with too dry of a vag, you want to keep it quiet, you don't want a badge, you may have a Drygina. It's fairly common. When you want a wet noodle, gotta make top ramen. I see it whenever your legs are arched. It's so damn stiff, like a shirt that's been starched. To the nearest water hole it should be marched. It's cracked and it's flaky and its lips are parched. There ain't no milk and honey coming from this land. It's way too dry and tastes way too bland. Houston, you have a problem and it's down on your gland. When your panties come off, they're covered in sand. Or you touch down there and get a bloody hand. A guy can't find the gold if it can't be panned, and your vag, therefore, will never be manned. If it feels like it's too sticky, like it's full of tree sap, then you better do something to fill your gap. You could use a moist towelette or a dinner wet nap, 'cause it ain't a golf hole and you don't want a sand trap. If it's redder than the nose of your average clown, so lick your fingers and down there go to town. You will have reached too far if they come up brown, if you ever want a dude on you to go down, and come up happy without a frown, so for a vag so royal it could wear a crown. If you want to find your kemosabe, you can't have a vag as dry as the Mojave. You don't want pubes that are styled like Farrah, and you don't want a vag drier than the Sahara. It's a touchy subject, I don't mean to pry. If you need a fix 'cause it's way too dry, you only have the crust, there's no cream in your pie, and only air comes out when you start to cry. Like I said, if you have a problem with too dry of a vag, you want to keep it quiet, you don't want a badge. You may have a Drygina, it's fairly common. When you want a wet noodle, gotta make top ramen. Drygina.